Yo, what's up, guys? Shabba today, man, coming at you guys with my biggest losers of 2023 NBA free agency. It's been about 10 days, a couple Thursdays back. I'm coming to you guys with my three biggest losers of NBA free agency. Other than that, let's get straight into the video. All right, so now on to my biggest losers of 2023 NBA free agency. Starting up at number 3, I have the Philadelphia 76ers. Went ahead and first off re-signed Paul Reed a couple days back to a nice 3-year deal for $23 million, but they re-signed him on a poison pill contract because of course they did, which means that the last 2 years have the upwards of $50 million being paid to Paul Reed if the Sixers go decently far in the playoffs. So that was pretty interesting, but they needed to sign Paul Reed. In my opinion, they went ahead and took the risk, and hopefully for them, it pans out. As last year, he averaged 4.2 points, 3.8 rebounds, shot 59.3% from the field, and had a really solid season overall in 10.9 minutes a game, backing up Joel Embiid. Even when Joel Embiid was out, come playoff time for that one game against the Nets in Game 4, Paul Reed went ahead and put up 10 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, on 5 of 10 from the field in that closeout Game 4 in the first round of the playoffs against the Brooklyn Nets. Paul Reed, in my opinion, is a really nice backup center in this league, has some potential, and for the Sixers to bring him back, that was a really good move. Not really knocking the Paul Reed move, it's just the lack of moves overall that the Sixers made, in my opinion. Next up, they went ahead and signed Patrick Beverley to a 1-year deal for $3.1 million. Pat Bev last year averaged 6.2 points, 3.7 rebounds, 2.9 assists, shot 40% from the field and 33.5% from the three-point line on 3.6 attempts per game. He definitely did not have a Pat Bev season last season. Defense took a step back. Offense, we know Pat Bev never leaves his eye with his, we know his first defense, but defensive versatility definitely added to the Sixers team. Hopefully he can definitely have a better defensive season, because really with the Lakers, really fell out of touch with them, and then with the Bulls, definitely did a lot better. Philly's hoping to get that Bulls version of Pat Bev last season, not the Lakers version, which really was not Pat Bev good, let's be honest. But for a 1-year deal for $3.1 million, why not? They also went ahead and signed Mo Bamba to a 1-year deal for $2.3 million. I don't know what their infatuation with centers are, but I don't hate Mo Bamba, but the fact that he's now your third, fourth, probably third big on this team, I don't know where you're all cooking, but I guess. Mo Bamba last year averaged 6.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, shot 48.5% from the field and 38.7% from 3 on 2.5 attempts per game. Had some big games for the Magic, and they traded him for Pat Bev, waived him, and then him on the Lakers. Really don't have any memories at all from the Lakers. Played a handful of games, didn't play at all in the playoffs, and really just tanked his value, it felt like, because he signed a multi-year deal with the Magic. It was pretty shocking in my opinion, because they have a plethora of bigs, and then they trade him for Pat Bev, and then the Lakers don't really utilize him. They at points in the playoffs against the Nuggets, they utilized Tristan Thompson over him, who played pretty solid, but still, Mo Bamba, you are 25 years old, and minutes are given to Tristan Thompson over you. That's insane, isn't it? And then the last move they made would pretty head scratch in my opinion. They went ahead and re-signed Montrezl Harrell to a 1-year deal for $2.8 million. I don't know why y'all are infatuated with bigs, especially Montrezl Harrell, who did not play ball for y'all last season at all. Wasn't even y'all backup center. It was Paul Reed. And now you re-sign Paul Reed, Mo Bamba, and you also bring back Montrezl Harrell. Why do you have, what is that, 4 centers behind the second best center in the NBA and Joel Embiid? Why do you have 3 guys backing them up? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I guess for injury purposes, but the fact that y'all literally just love like bringing these bigs back, it's just interesting to say the least. But yeah, last year Montrezl Harrell averaged 5.6 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, shot 59.8% from the field, and played about 12 minutes a game. He really did not have it going at all for the former 6th man of the year. This was definitely not a good showing last season for him whatsoever. He just did not look as good as we see Montrezl Harrell looked in the past. It was really, honestly, pretty sad, let's be honest. Hopefully for him, they can bring him back to his Clippers days, because I don't know what I saw last season for Montrezl Harrell. It just was not it, let's be honest. Philly also lost Shake Milton to the Timberwolves and Jalen McDaniels to the Raptors, and they kind of replaced Shake Milton's offense with Pat Bever's defense, and they really just did not replace Jalen McDaniels at all. So I don't know what Daryl Morey and the Sixers are cooking. Maybe they're trying to get some death pieces in that trade for James Harden, presumably the Clippers. I don't know what the hell they're cooking down there in Philly whatsoever. All right, so on to my second biggest loser of 2023 NBA free agency. I have the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are fresh off of an NBA championship over my Miami Heat, unfortunately, and they went ahead and made minimum moves. They're really just banking on their second round picks, and they're especially banking on, I think, a guy like a Payne Watson they drafted last season from UCLA. But in terms of their free agency, I'm gonna have to keep it blunt with you. They are my loser because they went ahead and their biggest move of the offseason was re-signing Reggie Jackson, who was their third string point guard last season behind Jamal Murray and Bruce Brown at the point forward position. And when he was playing, he was not playing well at all. They signed him to a 2-year deal for $10.2 million. They gave Reggie Jackson the MLE. I guess they're hoping he's their backup point guard this season. I mean, he just did not play well with them whatsoever after being traded in that trade, I believe, for what was it, the Mason Plumlee, the Bones Holland, whatever deal that was. That was not it at all. Let's be honest. I don't know why they didn't go out and get a guy like maybe like a Dennis Smith Jr., a guy like a veteran minimum guy. Didn't have to go into their MLE, and they went ahead and brought back Reggie Jackson, who averaged 10.2 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 41.1% from the field with the Clippers and with the Nuggets as well, 33.3% from the three-point line on 4.2 attempts per game. He just wasn't cutting it at all with the Clippers. They went ahead and cut pay with him, traded him away, or waived him, whatever it was. And the Nuggets picked him up, and he didn't really play at all. And then you guys just bring him back. I mean, I don't know what y'all are cooking. I'm going to let y'all cook because y'all first have a championship. Y'all got it, but I'm going to have to put y'all as my second biggest loser because you went ahead and also re-signed a guy that also got like basically no minutes last season. Even though you get a block in the finals somehow, some way. You guys re-signed DeAndre Jordan on a 1-year deal for $3.1 million, who averaged 5.1 points, 5.2 rebounds, shot 76.5% from the field in 15 minutes a game, as he only played 39 games. So he definitely was not backing up Jokic. It was really just small ball Aaron Gordon at the 5. I don't know, he's now, 34 years old. Not really 20 minutes under his belt last season, so I don't know what y'all look like in Denver Nuggets, but you guys are definitely my second biggest loser, unfortunately. As you guys also lost Bruce Brown to the Pacers, which is absolutely massive. Also lost Uncle Jeff Green to the Houston Rockets. That was tough in my opinion as well. Unfortunately for the Nuggets, that's tough. All right, so on to my biggest loser of free agency. I have the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings were very disappointing, having a magical season last year to lose in 7 in the first round to the defending champion Golden State Warriors at home. They went ahead and their biggest move was re-signing Harrison Barnes on a 3-year deal for $54 million right before free agency officially started. Last year, HB averaged 15 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 1.6 assists, shot 47.3% from the field, and shot 37.4% from 3 on about 4.3 attempts per game. Harrison Barnes is definitely a good player in this league. I thought they would go ahead and make an upgrade on him, especially since he didn't really have a good playoff round against the Golden State Warriors. Missed that game-winning shot, and the, I want to say, left corner right as the clock was about to expire. They had an opportunity to make upgrade. They had cash this season. They could have got a guy like a Kyle Kuzma, which I predicted them to get, and it didn't go ahead and upgrade the power forward position, which is pretty alarming in my opinion. Harrison Barnes, like I said, is a good player, but to be able for $8 million more, go out and get a guy like a Kyle Kuzma, you guys is like, nope, I want to stay with HB. Kind of a head scratcher, still a good player in this league, but an upgrade was definitely right there, and you're just like, nope, let me bring back HB. Very, very interesting. They also went ahead and signed Sasha Vazenko, my bad for any mispronunciation, to a 3-year, $20 million deal. He played overseas last year for Olympiacos in the GBO, and he averaged 17 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 1.1 steals per game, shot 59.5% from the field, and a insane 43.4% from 3, which is absolutely lethal. The Kings definitely use some shooting, as any team in the league can use some shooting. Hopefully for them that can translate to the NBA, going from the GBO. He has played in overseas for 12 seasons now. He's only 27 years old, so he's not really that old, but hopefully with them, he pans out for them at 6'9" too. Well, I got the forward position at 6'9" that can shoot the lights out overseas. Kings are hoping that he can do that as well for them in the NBA. Looks like a pretty solid move in my opinion. They also brought back Trey Lyles, who was really solid for them last season, on a nice 2-year deal for $16 million, as he averaged 7.6 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 0.9 assists, shot 45.8% from the field, 36.3% from the three-point line, and was playing some nice small ball 5. He rebounded the basketball pretty well, shot pretty well from the three-point line. Was a really solid player overall for the Kings. Really good move in my opinion. Re-signing Trey Lyles, really underrated move as well. Just a nice guy that fits the mold of the Sacramento Kings. Their final move was going ahead and re-signing Alex Len to a 1-year deal for $3.1 million. I mean, solid move. Could have probably gotten a better center for maybe less. I mean, Drew Eubanks got $2.5 million. Alex Len got $3.1 million a year. I mean, I guess Alex Len last season in 6 minutes a game averaged 1.7 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, shot 53.3% from the field, and he had some moments in the playoffs. At points, he was even like playing one kind of off the court. I mean, he's really getting played off the court, and Alex Len stepped in. He had some nice blocks. He had a couple moments against the Warriors as well. Not really insane, but he had a couple of nice blocks and rebounds and things like that as well. Solid move for the Sacramento Kings in my opinion. But yeah, yo, that is in my opinion my 3 biggest losers of 2023 NBA free agency. Hopefully you guys did go ahead and enjoy that. If you guys have any of your winners and losers of free agency, go ahead and comment it down below. In my opinion, these are my moves. A couple of the teams just not making enough moves. Like the Kings had a really good season last year, went ahead and just did not make. You didn't get any new guys outside of Sasha. We don't know what he's gonna do in the NBA. I mean, hopefully it's good for y'all, but we don't know. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below. So just follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Twitter. Your boy John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.